Hello, welcome back to the Battling Barrow Gaming. I'm Kev, and in this video I sort of ummed and ahed about doing it because it's not all about the presents at Christmas, is it? But then I figured it's kind of a big part, even if it's not solely about that, and I like receiving gifts, but I also like giving gifts as well, and I had great fun this year picking out gifts for my loved ones, my family and friends. So I don't feel, at first thought, is it showing off, is it bragging? But no, it's quite interesting, isn't it, to see what we all got. I've been watching other people's videos, what they got for Christmas, found it interesting. So I thought I'd do one. The first thing I got, one thing, I know it probably doesn't appear that on the channel of all the games I show off, but I don't have a lot to spend on the hobby, really. I have a sort of limited budget a month. So when I get show off games like this year, I managed to get hold of the Warhammer 5th edition box set, for instance. Then we have Battle Masters and Wrath of Ashardalon. So it's kind of, for me, that was three big things. That was kind of a major deal for me because I don't often have that much free cash to be able to spend on it. So when I got this first gift, I was really pleasantly surprised. So I thought we'd just crack on and have. I just want to explain that when I don't often, I've done a lot of game unboxing stuff, but that's a lot of it's from stuff I've already had from the past throughout my life, and so when I get gifts like this, it just, it's really meaningful. So I don't want to be just like, oh, he's showing off again. It's not that at all, and because it's not like that. Hopefully I've made myself clear. Probably not. I've had 2 weeks off as well. You'd think I'd be rested and good at this, but apparently not. So let's just crack on, shall we? Let's just get on. Okay, yeah, so this is sort of the big main present for me, and I was really pleased with it, because when I was buying Wrath of Ashardalon, I sort of spent ages trying to pick out which of these D&D board games I was going to buy. I sort of got it down in the end to Wrath of Ashardalon and Legend of Drizzt, and I think my wife just must have watched me painstakingly spend almost a day just umming and ahhing which one I was going to get, and in the end I just sort of quickly picked Wrath of Ashardalon, bought it, but at the same time I was thinking, had I made a mistake? Did I really want this first? But luckily she must have seen that and bought this for me. So this is the Legend of Drizzt. I'm not going to do an unboxing of it or anything like that, but it has some really cool models in. Basically all the characters from the Icewind Dale books, which I kind of love. I love those books, and sort of loads of stuff from the Underdark. So I'm going to look forward to painting this. The only problem I've got now is between this, Wrath of Ashardalon, and sort of some other stuff I got in the previous year, this year. Got quite a lot to get through, and I seem to be procrastinating a lot. So I've got to get on with painting models. So I'll probably start with some of these. I want to start with Drizzt and Grenevar. I think it's going to be my start. But this is great because you get a load of goblin models, like D&D goblin models, which, when I want to play D&D, I tend just to use like Lord of the Rings goblin models, but kind of like having models that are, pretty much from that game world. So really pleased with this. Hopefully this next year I want to get some sort of let's plays of this game, Wrath of Ashardalon, on the channel, but I want to paint them first. So yeah, really surprised and pleased with this. It's not just big stuff that's important. Got this as a little stocking filler as well. Contrast paint, Skeleton Horde. I use a lot of this. I use it for bones, obviously, and skeletons. I also use it as a brown wash on certain things, and certain clothes I'll paint in this, so I get through a fair amount of this, more than any other contrast paint, so pleased with this. That's great. Also on the tools, I got a Nuping Vice, because mine are these style here, which looks similar, apart from on this, is it this one? No, hang on, where's the other one? Got that one, still not that good, but this one, got loads of these. Looks okay, but when you sort of turn it, what happens is this bit comes undone and it all falls apart. So I've got a nice strong one, and whilst this looks similar, it is still really cheap. You still have to sort of take these off. Let's see if I can show you quickly, and depending on the size of the drill bit, you have to pull this off, and you've got spares and spin it around, big one. This is more ratcheted, so one bit does all the drill bits, plus all my drill bits were getting snapped, dull, broken, so I've got a new lot. Yeah, so really pleased with that. On the tool front, great for terrain building, some clamps. I wish I had these for a previous project I did, like Rochester Castle would have come in handy. So I could clamp things in, so I'd come in, glue some walls on a building, clamp it, brilliant, like that, that's great. A few more tools are going to come in handy. These brushes, which I love. So there are 3 different types. We have a brass, steel and nylon brush. These are the nylon ones. I'm going to use these for when I strip miniatures, and maybe the brass ones if there's some real stubborn paint. But really it's the steel ones I want to use to do wood grain texture into foam, so love those. Just for fun. Big old novelty D12. This is brilliant. It's foam dice, so it's squidgy. If I just step up, last year my wife got me this, which is a big old D20, but then this year D12, even bigger. So imagine next year she'll get me a D10, which will be about this big, and the dice will just go up in size. But yeah, really like that. That's what I'm finding out with this is I'm sort of using it as a stress ball. It's very tactile, so I'm sort of flipping around. Yeah, like that. Yeah, we've got some cool models. Got some Reaper Bones models. I've lost some in transfer. No. Yes, we've got some Reaper Bones models. We have the set, the Elf Wizard. I don't know if we can see her here. Let's try to clear the counter, so the only thing it's got to focus on is this. So that's cool. How are you not focusing on that? Silly camera. So I've got Lisette. Got this barbarian here. He is Brand Oathblood Barbarian. Very cool. And we have a Necromancer. These are all sort of 2 female models, which is cool. Actually prefer female models, so it's something I've always have done. Back in the day they were harder to get hold of, nowadays quite easy, so I'm going to be painting something I prefer to be painting, you know, something other than dudes, because no other reason, just personal choice. Also got some WizKid stuff. Got a Pathfinder Direwolf, which is, you know, used generic as any Direwolf, but I like that. We have the Red Dragon Wormling. It's cool. This is one of those ones that has clear resiny bit coming out. Paint that. So like that little Baba Dragon, and a Centaur, which I've wanted a Centaur for ages. I like centaurs and sort of woodland type based creatures, hence why I've got elves and things like that. That's cool. One of the funniest things I got was this. You might be asking what this is. This is a counterpart, and if you got, you know, if you're superstitious with your dice, you're rolling too many ones. So I'm find a dice, normally a dice mummy. You know, you got dice, you roll in too low. You can put it in prison as punishment for being a bad dice, and put it to one side. Boom. Yeah, so you'll be seeing this in Let's Plays when my dice are going low, I dare say, in future videos. It's cool. This is from a seller on Etsy, I believe. Yeah, it's got the D20 stuff there. Come on, camera. Camera is rubbish, isn't it? I think my New Year's resolution is to begin to improve my equipment. I just need to get the money to do so. Cameras are expensive, apparently. And there is, you can't see it because that is a sort of D&D-esque logo dragon, but not the same because copyright. D20, so that's cool. I like that. On the D&D front, a little wicked calendar. This is normally I have a Lord of the Rings calendar or Middle Earth calendar, but the previous one's just been a bit samey. Same sort of pictures, movie pictures for the month. I know I can get an artwork one, but I just fancied a complete change, and my wife got me this as a stocking filler, and it's cool. So All the pictures there. I love the artwork on these, so that's cool. Got this fantastic D&D Annual 2021, which is just great. I just used to love getting annuals as kids, but you don't really get them when you're an adult as much, but this works for me. It's an annual, very fun read, very light-hearted, very light in general, as you would expect, but it does take you through character creation, albeit without the rules. Just, here it goes, just going through the process. I might do in-depth look at this. We can have a go for some of the puzzles and quizzes in here. Some cool artwork. I might, yeah, so going to go for an in-depth stuff in this. So yeah, I'll have a look at that later on. And in the gamebook world, I've decided to finally get into the Fabled Lands, and my wife got me, as again, Stock and Villa Book 1, The War-Torn Kingdom. And didn't know a lot about these series of game books, but kept on hearing about them, and this one sounds super impressive as or this series, which I didn't realise that if you've got one game book, that's cool, but if you've got two, you can play across game books. So one game book has an area, covers an area, so it's really badly, but you know, that's the whole world map, and this game book really just covers this bit here. You have a like close-up map at the back. And yeah, it's not one storyline, it's just many different plot lines and things, and you just basically make your own way through the game world. So I'm very, very interested in this. So I'll be playing this quite soon. Yeah, I've got other things as well, but this is more interest, what I thought would be interesting to you guys. That's it. Just a little ditty video before we resume normal. I'll leave this here, actually, it's something to look at. As we resume normal sort of shows next month, next year now. Wow, it seems weird saying that. I've got some really cool stuff planned for you. Some new terrain stuff planned. In there of what we're doing. Yeah, so that is it for this video. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I'm enjoying watching all your fellow videos like this. They're just great fun. But that's it for this one. Until the next video, guys, please take care.